Good morning. Here is today's word of blessings for you. 1 Peter 1:3-7. Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. In His great mercy He has given us new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, and into an inheritance that can never perish, spoil or fade. This inheritance is kept in heaven for you, who through faith are shielded by God's power until the coming of the salvation that is ready to be revealed in the last time. In all this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials. These have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. Today's title is New Birth into a Living Hope. Apostle Peter was a fisherman. His life went through a great change when Jesus called him. Jesus said to him, "I will make you a fisher of men." Did Peter fully understand what Jesus said? I don't think so. Peter must have known that Jesus is from God. As a matter of fact, it was Peter that gave the right answer when Jesus asked disciples, "Whom do you say I am?" He said, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." But when he accepted the call of Jesus, he would never imagine what's in store for him. He has witnessed the greatest works of God that he never even imagined in Jesus. He came to know who Jesus was for sure, as he later confessed. Through the fellowship with Jesus and his discipleship, Peter knew that a great transformation has been made in him. In today's passage, he describes it as new birth. He knew that he was born again. And the new man has a totally different view of life. This is indeed what happens to many believers who came to know Jesus. When they met Jesus, the world and people around them remain unchanged. But they see a new heaven and earth because they now have totally different views of life and the world. Peter calls it a life with living hope. What is living hope? I believe that Peter explained it himself as he described inheritance that was also ushered by the new birth. Living hope is a hope that never perishes, fade or spoil. Most hopes that we have to perish, fade and spoil with time. But living hope never will. Living hope is the hope of salvation, the hope of peace and glory in heaven. And it only gets clearer with time. We may still have pains and grief, but they will last only for a while. With living hope, we are more than enough to overcome them. Having gone through such trials and temptations himself and having endured it all with a living hope, Peter now assures us of the power of living hope. Are you facing such pains and grief? Yes, we all go through them at times. But do we have living hope? That's what really matters.